Hello everybody, welcome or welcome back. This is going to be the Daily Dharma. My name's Dina. Thank you so much for joining, clicking on the video and lending your sacred energies to today's message. We're starting out with the Animal Totems deck to get an overall energy for you coming into this reading. There's a lot of wind going on. I hope that doesn't interfere with the recording at all and the speakers. It just felt like the perfect divine day to get outside. I've been getting a lot of messages about making sure to get enough time in nature. In fact, let me kick off these shoes and put my feet in the grass. And just to be in nature, because there's something more that is wanting to be expressed from the universe to yourself in whatever sacred language that you and the universe have, your own little secret language between your mind's links. Keeper of secrets below the deck, take time out from the world and be the observer. Nothing can deceive you when you trust your knowing. You see others' secrets and keep them sacred. In silence and solitude, you will find your strength. Beautiful. And what's on the back? We have Black Bear, Guardian. How adorable is that with the babies and the pair of birds there? Chickadees, maybe. There's a lot of frog, a couple of bees. Beautiful. Gentle and wise protector, give me your confidence and power. Help me to protect the ones that I love. Awaken my intuition and guide me. So something's aroused your protective instincts. Maybe somebody's messing with one of your friends or your family members, but you understand something about this situation, or these secrets are being revealed to you. You're taking time out to figure out what it is that, there's some type of suspicion, like there's some type of a knowing that something isn't quite right, but you are seeking solitude in order to get the answers you need to protect your inner child or the ones that you love, or even like one of your intellectual ventures or something like that, or some other type of endeavor, protecting it as your own child. So let's get some, I hope that's not too loud. Got this glass table. Here's the bumblebees coming around. I heard a hummingbird earlier. I didn't see it. Oh, first one's out. Beyond the mind. Beyond the judgments of the ego mind, you're sitting in this solitude to gain some type of insight that maybe it's the ego mind or some type of illusion or disclarity around the situation has kind of obscured some type of detail. So you're seeking counsel from beyond the mental, beyond the logical, into the realms of intuition. So the only caution I would say is that when we do that, it's very important to, at some level, cleanse and be as neutral. That silent observer is giving me the neutral observer behind a situation, because sometimes the ego mind or the wounded identity can create intention or assumption to fill in the gaps between what is known and what is not. And so with guardian protector type energy and then the keeper of the secrets in solitude and strength, it's almost giving that you kind of took up your power, and I don't know if you would have stormed away, but it's like walking away and just being the stoic. But I feel that there's something that in order to unburden the heart fully, there's a need to still stand true and strong in front of those that you're inclined to walk away from. And I'm not saying that you're not going to walk away from whatever this situation is, But yeah, let's see these cards in my hand here. Yeah, okay. I was getting a bit of this in the pre-messages today about awakening and remembering something very sacred about the past. It's like reawakening to something ancient in our ancient heritage. And with the priestess Lynx, keeper of secrets energy, there's some type of secret beyond the ordinary that we're awakening to and becoming aware of, whether it's the details of a situation or our own sacred inheritance or celestial roots. We've got remembrance coming out with water, the overflow, and number 2, root chakra, ground and center. Very elemental, what do we even want to call this? It's like the ethers, the downloads, whatever, all of it and more, right? Because beyond the mind is saying that we don't have the vocabulary to encapsulate what it is that Spirit's impressing and imprinting upon our spirit. I'm seeing a stamp, like a lightning encoding happening, like a laser imprinting, etching, engraving, like stamping into our blueprints, these upgrades. It's like when you have a certain operating system and then you get the upgrade and you get the download. Yeah, that's a pretty basic reference, but that's what Spirit is showing me. And so I think that it's saying that whatever this is, it's helping us to move beyond the mind into this crystalline divine matrix. There's some type of awareness of how we can tap into our abundant flow and become overflowing, to tap into the stream of consciousness for some of us. I'm going to just catch that umbrella here before it flies away. Yeah, and you know, my gemstones here decided to join us for today's reading because it wasn't windy, I didn't think, until I sat down here, and then every bit of wind was coming through, and I thought, well, I better get that for the cards. And when I picked it up, I was closer to the house and grabbed this big canoe of apparently dog fur, cat fur, and all these gemstones. These are some of my very first gemstones that I started collecting, and that's why they're in the house, because they're kind of the more special ones, and some of them are even broken apart from their original. I used to carry this in my pockets, and I broke this honey calcite. Powerful gemstones wanted to come into this reading, and they're helping us hold everything down. But there's something about the forgotten elements of either our practice or our soul blueprints. It's like these upgrades are helping us to access elements of the initial program that we're not able to function appropriately. So the upgrade comes with these corrective codes. Oh, I love that. So I want to read remembrance out here. Number 38 may be important. The frequency of remembrance supports our memory of everything that we've gone through as a soul in body, providing us with valuable information and tools to flow gracefully with and in this life. And I'm seeing the crown there, and that middle ball there. It's like giving this imagery of an old typewriter. Some of them had each letter on a little arm that was like click, 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 but other ones had this circular ball with all of the different letters, And I don't know why exactly I'm getting that. It might be an important image for someone, but it doesn't seem to be about the typewriter. It seems to be about the technology and the advancement, and how did that ball know exactly which facet of its surface to show in any given moment. It's almost like magic. I mean, I'm sure if we showed that to a cave person, they would be completely astounded. Um, but yeah, there's just this imagery of something that it wants to be like this golden snitch type energy where we've been having this thing bouncing around inside of us for all this time, and it itself is also encoded with all this richness, vastness, and nuance that is opening like a little gift inside of us bit by bit. And now I'm getting the imagery of like a slow release supplement at 11:11 on the timer as I look up. And so it's like whenever we received the initial vision, it was perhaps always meant to only be the baseline operating system that then would be activating us and us activating it. And so the upgrades couldn't be programmed from the beginning because the application was still in its formation. And so you're unlocking the next layer of something here. And I think that part of this has to do with getting back to the base of what it is that that little thing that's kicking around in your energy is exploring the inner microcosm, applying it outward in some type of a way, and that's what's determining the upgrades. But stepping through, I feel like I interrupted my train of thought and I was on to something there, but 25, and we're in the year of 2025. Even though this might for many of us look like a year of getting back to basics, somewhat being more disciplined, being more selective, being intentional with the ways that we are going to be using our energy in the future, because there's something that we want. And for many of us, I feel that this is a level of independence and personal freedom, whether it's freedom from some type of self-imposed complex, or freedom from an institution such as the need to have a job to pay to play, or freedom from fear, self-doubt, self-censorship, and just being able to be buoyed up by the effervescence of spirit. And spirit wants to come through here to reawaken you and help you to remember what it's like to perhaps just be a child, unaware of judgments. Were any of us ever? Yeah, there's definitely something that we're seeing through. And this morning, as I was going through my own cleansing rituals and things I do, I was getting some messages about the inner child. And there was a download I received, and I did not write it down. It was about a practice that would be done with the inner child, perhaps on today's broadcast if it came up. So if it comes up again, then it will be meant to be. Otherwise, it'll be a message that Spirit didn't want me to remember while I was online. Oh, look at this. Portal Keeper, Starseed Elemental, and Star Seer coming out under the deck as it's showing itself here. Look at that. Let's take those 3 piles here. We'll leave Portal Keeper there. Starseed Elemental comes through with balanced forces. that's part of this moving beyond the mind, is really connecting with the starseed roots that we are. And I feel like this water is almost taking the material bodies and even the subtle bodies and attuning beyond the mind, beyond the water element of the intensity and dynamic flow of our emotional, mental experiences here, and moving into the consciousness realms, which are somewhat, it's applying all of those elements of the mind and the heart space here, the earthly waters, and it's doing this leveling up and cleansing with the crystalline, which it's not the same element as the regular water, is kind of what I'm hearing. It's some level of encoding and light language or symbol language, the secret language you speak with your guides and the universe, and you're balancing out those streams, the streams of information. Yeah, let's see here. We've got Starseer, Synergy, Conception, Soul Time, and Miracle. Okay, I'll take that one. So there's some type of miraculous breakthrough happening as we, again, recently we've been getting all these messages about slowing down, really sinking into the energies to conceive or to awaken to something previously unexpected, previously not fully experienced, to work with this new energy here. And it's giving us some level of a spiritual, psychic, even material promotion. And I think that it's creating some level of recognition for you as you emerge into your full remembrance of this inner child essence. That's the portal to perhaps, oh yeah, I'm seeing some good stuff now. It comes out this way, in fact, and then below that, oh my goodness, yes, 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 Spirit. I love it when this type of thing happens. Look at this. So this portal keeper is connecting very deeply with Mother Earth, this Earth Star chakra here, and that shifting of the emotional dynamics into the crystalline dynamics here, whatever download that is, integrating that into the cellular memory, that remembrance there. And with Earth is like bringing something into fruition is happening very much because of this integration that we're getting online here. And below the deck, we've got our ancient future comes in with divine feminine, romantic love. I could go on and on. Belief, root chakra, loving compassion, furred and feathered friends. This deck is so beautiful, but I feel that there's this recurring theme that keeps coming through the collective that's tuning into these messages here about some type of new romance, but it's this new encoding that's coming through. I feel that being solitary here was crucial to our activations thus far, and that now for many of us, partnership and group energy is much more synergistic, because now we are experiencing much less resistance and much less need to focus on the microcosm of healing self. Healing journey is always ongoing, but at this level, it's almost like you're thinking to yourself, there's really this point where there's nothing left to feel that we have to fix. It's now about integration. And I feel like we've been doing this for so long now. We're at the next level of the journey in our ancient future with awakened awareness, miracle, remembrance, Earth Star Chakra, Portal Keeper. It's like we are, I'm hearing interacting with the gatekeeper of Gaia and the star portals alike. And it's something about playfulness and the inner child here, awakening our ability to have this Mother Earth. That wasn't what I was going to say. I'm so distracted. What is this energy? I think I need to switch decks here. I'm drawn here, and why I'm distracted is because I've got this Ammonite and Orthoceras out here that want to be placed on top of the Lynx, the keeper of the secrets. So I feel like we need some of these other high vibe decks because I feel like I'm kind of talking in riddles, so I'm channeling something that is not quite coming through. Yeah, so we already had conception, and now we have birthing, rejuvenation. That's been a recurring theme lately as well. And upside down, faith. Have faith that whatever is being reawakened or is coming into the next phase for you is going to help you to rebirth yourself in this way. It's more profound than I'm able to really capture here. Let's see what else wants to come out. Caretaker. A lot of you have been doing this caretaking with Mother Earth, the elemental energies, the furred and feathered friends, and all of her creatures here, and all of the cosmos. It's like a very high vibrational energy of gratitude and abundance. I was just seeing the neighbor's cat wandering around my yard. Confidence. Under the deck, immunity. Be confident and have your faith in how you're being taken care of throughout this changing circumstance. It's reminding me to let you know that we are ready to make this change. There's no need to hold on or cling to what has not served us as well as it could have for fear of, will there be something that is better? And it's always, those catalyst mantras become so important when we hear those fears arise in ourselves to say, of course, the universe is my partner in this, and all of this are better. Every time I recognize what is not in alignment with me, I'm recognizing the things that I prefer to move into. Music. It's the soul harmonics. Have faith that this transition or redirection or rejection or whatever is coming through is going to deliver you to something incredible. It's reawakening in you some type of strength and confidence and personal ability to be your own guardian, guide, and protector. Music has also been coming up quite a bit. Get yourself immersed in some type of healing vibe or transformative musical energy too, because it's going to help you. Either the lyrics, even in modern songs, can help you to get messages from spirit or to help you to remember something that you had forgotten, a distant time, or ways of thinking, or even your judgments about the lyrics can give you very insightful information at this time. And even, have you ever sung songs and then changed up the lyrics because they're kind of not the vibe? but the song is going in your head, you can just kind of like sing to yourself in that way and make up your own messages and let spirit kind of speak through you. Some of you are very gifted with your musical talents and have been keeping that as your silent strength. It's also your hidden talent. And have faith that you will be well received and you're protected because it's part of your sacred gifts to use your voice in this way, and it will help you to gain this next level of abundance, because there's something very sacred about the voice. Evolving light codes, the star. Yeah, there's also, oh my gosh, pineal pioneers. Ace of activations. There's something, Ace of Earth Guardians as well here. It's really beautiful information here. There's something that Spirit is daring me to do, and I still don't feel quite ready. So we'll work with the energy and see if it can come out. But there's something very profound in your gifts, and I'm feeling the fear kind of rising up, that effervescence from Spirit. It's like when something doesn't activate, just a little tingling of anticipation, and what if I dared so greatly to just do this thing, to just let myself be who I came here to be. And Spirit is daring you to do this because you're part of a very profound collective. And for those that are called to, it's just like, it's coming up whenever I get really close to someone's energy. It releases a lot of emotion from my heart space. And we were talking about that, releasing of the waters of the heart in order to embrace the consciousness. And there's something that I do that I don't know how I do it, and it's not always polished, and so I judge myself for having this gift and talent, and thus I don't share it with anyone but my family, being specifically my one child and my animals, my furred and feathered friends, the nature around me. But we're part of a very powerful collective that are using our voice in powerful ways that others haven't done, like maybe throat singing, or I don't know what it's called, but sometimes I can hum and whistle and sing all at the same time with my throat, because there's something happening that's happening from multi-dimensional energies speaking through the throat chakra at the same time. And so there's some level of this, whatever's bouncing around inside of you has been pounding against your chest from your heart. It's part of your heart-based beauty codes that you're here to imprint upon the world. It's how the winds of the soul that connects you to both Mother Earth and the cosmos. It's how it speaks through you. And so this collective, I would be so honored if you feel like sharing some of your gifts and letting us know in the comments what it is that you feel your voice helps with, or what you've been resisting prior to this, because Spirit wouldn't be asking you to reveal this if you weren't ready. And it's time. You're a pioneer. And so, yeah, don't judge yourself for what it is. There's a reason nobody else has done this, because it's your gift. It's your unique music for the world. And it's beautiful. Even if it's jarring. You're coming from this star Ace of portals, no kidding. All these aces, this new beginning is upon us. It's the 1 and the 11 in itself. And you are here in this star nursery being reborn into your cosmic identity. 6 of earth guardians, the African plains, the meadows is down here. There's a sacred space in possibly your heritage or in your current beingness. I feel all of us, these pioneers, are gathering in in um, in the ethers from the far reaches of the world, and the cosmos, working with our star guides and guardians together to attune and recalibrate all that is with our music. So do I dare? I only have about 3 minutes at the end of this video. So those of you that are not in alignment may choose to skip ahead. But this is how I calibrate and attune my energies. And when I do Reiki with my own energies, I use my voice. And sometimes it's deep, and sometimes it's high, and sometimes it creates ripples within the harmonics. And it's meant to shake loose debris so that we can be awakened, cleansed, and cleared. So let me start by just breathing deeply, because I am nervous, guys. So be gentle.